Debutantes, where we're going first tonight. Our first uploaders are indeed debutantes as well. Two podcasters, Wayne and Trev. Wayne from Burnham sent the clip from a mild... Hang on. Teeth in jelly. A Midlife, Less Ordinary podcast set up. We're going to play a little clip of an episode all about antique bottle collecting. Oh, we do it all on this show. You know we do. And before we get to that, though, firstly, thanks for the upload, gents. How you doing?
Yeah,
hi, Rob.
Yeah.
Good evening.
It's great to have you both on board, indeed, if I can't
Thank
even
you.
say your podcast name properly. We'll say it right a few more times. Don't worry about that. How's the day been, Trev?
Yeah, pretty cool. Been at work, which is a necessary evil, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It
get paid, that's all that counts.
keeps you out of trouble for a few hours, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Wayne, how's the day been for you?
Yeah, I was going to say the same. You know, the job would be okay if it wasn't for the work. You know, it's obviously
Oh
good.
yes, what a pain! What a pain the job is. When you
This is the way of the podcast, you know.
Exactly.
Well, I was going to. That was my. I mean, do you work in the same environment together? You work together. How is it that you two came to be? You know, a sort of partnership.
I'll let Trev explain that one.
Yeah, we had a job together, and then kind of worked together for a little while, and yeah, just kept in touch, and yeah, we've known each other, what, Wayne, 40 years?
40 years, yeah, for us.
40 years,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so we're only 42, so we've got...
Oh, yeah.
Young friends, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I could tell that from the voice for sure. But you know, at what point did you realise actually the friendship was something that you could turn into, you know, something which you could share with other people in the form of a podcast? How long has it been going?
Well, the podcast has been going actually since January. And the idea came about during lockdown. I think a lot of people had ideas during lockdown.
Yep.
I hadn't connected with Trev because we're all stuck indoors. I was on furlough. I was thinking, how can I get in touch with Trev? Men don't speak as much as the ladies do on the telephones and things. I was thinking, we really need that time like we used to have in the pub, sorting the world out. So I thought, let's have a podcast. Trev's got lots to say. It'll give us a way to get together and maybe some people will enjoy listening to us. It's worked out that way. It's unbelievable.
Trev, if it makes you feel any better, that's exactly how I got into radio, because someone said,
Really?
Rob likes talking a lot. Do you want to, do you want to do a show together?
Rob.
Needless to say, the last 14 years have been a wonderful journey.
I've got something to look forward to.
You have indeed, absolutely. So, you know, when you first reached out, you know, Wayne, you were chatting and sort of saying, you know, let's kind of do something together and whatnot. Was there quite a lot of chit chat about what the podcast should be, or?
I think, go on, Trev.
I don't know, really. We kind of looked at it. We reached an age where we thought we just need to get our views out there, I think. People kind of get to their kind of middle age and just think, that's it, pipe and slippers, done. And we were like, nah, that's not what it's about. We want to kind of get out there, try different things, because no one lives forever. So you've got to get out there and do things. That's how we looked at it, wasn't it, Wayne?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We wanted to get across in a humorous way. We didn't want to be preachy or anything like
No.
that. We wanted to get away in a humorous way. Look, you can do this with your life. Enjoy it. We've had a go at doing some of these things, and you can do that too. And the feedback we've had, that's the most rewarding part of it, and I'm sure Trevor would agree with that, wouldn't he?
Definitely, yeah. Hearing people thinking, I'm going to do that, I've thought about it for ages. But you guys, in a funny way, obviously telling us this is what you need to do. Yeah, that is the most rewarding thing. I will totally think that is the best thing.
Now, in season 1 of the podcast, you had a bit of a nostalgic trip. Talking about some bits and pieces. One particular subject in question, which is something I'm a firmly sort of ingrained in, engrossed in at the moment, and that is the growing of a beard. Beard club. I wouldn't say specialist subject, but it's a subject nonetheless. Is growing a beard something you've done with lockdown in the last year or so? Is that where that came from?
No, I've had my beard for 4 or 5 years. And yeah, the thing is, it's so fashionable at the moment.
Yep.
And you see so many people taking the wrong advice and kind of not looking after it. And to be honest, beards can look majestic if you really, really kind of look after them. The thing is as well, you get a lot of kind of feedback. Because if someone's got a beard, I'll always talk to them and get, you know, because that's the way of learning knowledge. If you speak to each other, that's exactly how it goes. So you kind of, they're like, oh, my wife doesn't like it, my girlfriend doesn't like it. as long as you put care into it, you put a bit of oil in it, a bit of balm, it smells great. The smell, if you can get your lady to enjoy the smell of it, that's the key.
I hadn't even thought of that. I'm trying to just get it to be conditioned nice and to sort of not annoy me. To be fair, more than anything else, actually forget you could get it to smell something. The thing is, the shampoo I've used for it. Sorry, I'm going to get boring now. We're going to go and talk about beers for a second. We'll talk about podcasting in a minute. It's that I just can't help but feel like it needs cleaning so often that you can't keep putting more and more product into it all the time.
Oh, fallacy! That absolute fallacy, Bob. It only needs shampooing twice or 3 times a week, unless you do a really dirty job, because you're just stripping the oils, the natural oils. You're just stripping them out. And use beard shampoo. Don't start chucking Vosine.
Oh yeah, no. I've got some proper stuff. Yeah,
exactly. Don't fuck about with that, because it's not designed for it. It really isn't. So you're probably doing more harm than good, Rob.
See, all this time I should have just got Wayne and Trev on the show before.
You're getting the grief I get, Rob, on the podcast. You're getting it now.
I'm nothing if I'm not a service, Wayne. There we go.
Yeah, thank you.
But obviously, there's loads of other things you've talked about as well. We talked about exercising as well, and the little clip we're going to play this evening about antique bottle collecting. How on earth did that come about? And where can people before you actually tell us what the episode's about? Where can people find the podcast? Because this does sound like something which seems very easy to kind of just get into and enjoy and feel like you're a part of.
Yeah, exactly that. It's the reason anti-bottle collecting. We know somebody, it's Paul Cunningham, who's very much into the hobby, and it's something from the 1970s, 1980s. I remember as a boy, and we thought, let's bring it back, but make it an easy, digestible format, and make it easy for people to understand the enjoyment of doing antique bottle collecting outside in the sunshine. Sometimes, digging up treasure, basically.
Yeah.
And the clip we play, I think it sort of gets across the kind of knowledgeable part of the podcast, which we treat with respect, but also the banter that we have also on there as well.
It's the best combo, when you can learn something whilst having some fun at the same time and laughing. That is the best environment to be in, for sure. You're getting smarter, you're enjoying life. What more could you possibly want? Exactly. Available in all the usual places, all the sort of streaming platforms, I assume?
Yes, all of them. Or on the website, which is amlopodcast.com. You can find all the episodes there.
AMLO podcast online, and have a look and you get all the episodes in there as well. Wayne and Trev, thank you for being a part of our family. It's been a pleasure. This is a midlife less ordinary.
I've actually done a little bit of research because I couldn't trust Wayne to do it.
Here we go. Always having a go at me.
Some of the stuff Wayne comes up with, I'm like, that's not really relevant, to be honest. But I've read that they term it as dump digging. Is that a term that's used?
Well, it is, but it is really a term that Americans use. Bottle digging, bottle collecting is worldwide, mainly in the colonial countries, Australia, America, of course, and South Africa. So it's a kind of an Americanism, whereas football or soccer,
Right, cool. I understand. Yeah.
So there's more bottle collecting over here.
Yeah, because really, if you're calling it dump digging, it's not got any reference to bottles, is it?
No, you're just digging in the dump.
If someone said, I'm a dump digger, I'd say Wayne's a dump digger, to be honest.
I was going to be nice today.
Well, I've done your job for a change, that's why. But yeah, you wouldn't think that. There's no reference to bottles at all, is there? So you wouldn't